Who's walking around being the neighborhood police?
These are all HOA fees.
And the money go up so high, you probably lose your house.
I will never buy another home with the HOA.
What's up out there, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this beautiful, beautiful warm Tuesday. I'm doing well myself. Well, I come across a particular situation that's taking place in Atlanta Metro, where you got the homeowners there living in fear of losing their homes thanks to the HOA tyranny that they're going through. If we thought, redlining to actually keep our people out of nice communities, or what we perceive as nice communities, was enough, well, these people found a way to actually extort money out of our people, legally. Okay, legal extortion is what this is, hiding behind the law to do it, and it's worse than redlining if you want to know the truth about it. If these people don't actually pay these frivolous claims as made, off of their property, like saying, I don't know, the grass is too brown, and you got to do something about it, or you got a speck on your mailbox. They put liens on these people right here, and they get ordered to come to court. And if they don't pay, whatever fine is, well, they can lose their home or either go to jail. I seen a story where a lady just last month actually went to jail because her grass was too brown. Now, that's crazy right there. And HOA had something to do with it. And then on top of it, of course, when you got criminals that's doing something wrong and they're doing it legally, they get to hide behind, keyboards. They do all their criminality and wrong things behind keyboards. We're very, very well aware of that kind of stuff here on YouTube just alone, you know what I'm saying? But this is what these HOA people are doing. Now, these three people that you see, and actually it's four, I was able to get her into the thumbnail here. Maybe I'll do it later. But LeBron Weems starting from the top, and then Shirley Bryant, which I wasn't able to get into this, Rosalind Cash, and Margaret Mincy. Okay, they are all of them, going through some serious stuff right here with these HOAs, and it's like it's no help in sight. I don't understand how come the laws there, don't change to the point to where they take the power from these HOAs. You see, they even send the sheriffs out, to deliver subpoenas or whatever. And like I said, if these people don't pay, they could either lose their home or go to jail. But what I want us to do is actually check out this clip as to how and what they're going through, and then we'll get back into the commentary. Check this out.
Scared to check the mail, expecting a daily fine, fee, or threat of one.
Look at it, another fine.
From their HOA.
Once I see it from them, I go into oblivious rage.
Rosalind Cash is known in the community for caring a lot about her lawn. But no matter how hard she tries, she says the letters still come.
I'm sick and tired of them wasting their 44 cents, I don't know how much stamp it is now, of sending me a letter and telling me I need to cut my grass.
Down the street, LeBron Weems is lost in the letters.
You just get to the point where you just don't want to open these no more, and you're just afraid what you're going to see.
LeBron went to mediation with the HOA in June to fight nearly $15,000 in fines and fees, primarily for hosting a room on Airbnb that hasn't been active for years, according to his account.
Last time I had my account up and posted on Airbnb was September the 21st, 2023.
But from September 2023 to today, the HOAs fined him $150 a week.
It's ridiculous.
Trying for more than a year to get the fines removed, a new violation came.
Shuttles week 522 of $700.
A fine for faded shutters, double the amount of his yearly dues. Then,
one day I checked my Ring doorbell camera. I have the marshals at my front door.
Served with a lawsuit from the HOA and a lien on his home.
It's scary. Who can get up and just pay $16,000.
Across the street, Margot Mincy says the same thing happened to her after racking up fees for things like a leaning mailbox from a car hitting it.
They said that I wasn't making payments, but I couldn't. Like, if they wouldn't allow me to.
Similar to other neighbors Atlanta News First Investigates spoke with, Margot says she couldn't log in to pay on the HOA portal, and no one with the management company would return her emails and calls. The company, Century Management, oversees more than 400,000 homeowners in several states. Century's president told us that an HOA sets the rules and they enforce them, adding that once they refer a delinquent homeowner to the HOA's attorney, they're shut out of the payment portal and can only communicate and pay through the attorney.
It can be difficult to pay. I mean, I'm a single mom.
Margot refinanced her house in 2020 to pay off the first balance of nearly $10,000, estimating she's now out of pocket on fees and fines alone.
Nearly $20,000.
County records show she's also one of dozens of homeowners in the neighborhood of 165 homes that the HOA has filed liens on.
I'm the very first person in my family to own a home. I grew up in a trailer. I had no idea it was going to be like this.
Metro Atlanta real estate attorney Patience Casey Sadie tells me she's seeing more and more HOAs operate through hired management companies.
These management companies have 10, 20, 30 other associations that they're managing. And if a homeowner has a concern, they email the management company, no response. They call, no response. There's no office for them to show up at, and the board members are not responding.
Making it nearly impossible for residents to appeal or negotiate with their HOA.
A lot of homeowners are frustrated in that process, and rightfully so, because most of their concerns and grievances can be handled pretty quickly as long as they get some kind of response.
Under current Georgia law, an HOA can place a lien on a home for any amount. They can foreclose on a home if that amount exceeds $2,000.
For me, it's like a miracle dream to own something. And then when you live in a neighborhood that people controlling it.
Shirley Bryant says she's received violation letters for things like parking on the street and having the wrong screen door.
It just brings me back to plantation that people tells you where to live, how to do. You know what I'm saying?
Court records also show the Lester Point Homeowners Association has nearly 24 active lawsuits against homeowners for unpaid dues in the last 2 years. As for LeBron, he represented himself in court at the end of June and was able to get all of the fees waived except for past HOA dues and
Court cost fee of $298.36. Attorney cost fee of $471.45.
fees attorneys say the HOA can legally pass on to the homeowner.
I didn't ask for an attorney. Why am I paying for an attorney cost? I didn't ask to go to court.
And 9 days after the settlement, he received yet another bill due in August for more than $17,000. Many neighbors I spoke with say that they don't even know who their HOA board members are. But after I started asking questions, they say they received an email from the management company asking residents to be on the board. Now, the HOA bylaws set the rules, and in this community, it states that 3 people must be on the board at all times. The management company tells me there are currently only 2 people on the board. Now, if you're a homeowner dealing with HOA fines and fees like this, you should know your rights. In Georgia, fines need to be considered reasonable, and late fees cannot be more than 10% of the fine. But if you're going to fight fines, never stop paying your dues. Document all of your attempts to communicate, negotiate, and resolve things in case you end up in court. I'm Anastasia Olmos, Atlanta News First Investigates.
So if you are having issues with your HOA, Atlanta News First Investigates wants to hear from you. Text HOA to the number here on your screen. We'll send you a link to the story. You can scroll to the bottom and fill out a form with more information on what you're dealing with.
Now, did you guys hear it? They said that many neighbors that they spoke with, they don't even know who the HOA members are. You see what I mean? They don't even know who they are. It's like I said, see, when you're doing crime, cowards like to hide behind what they're doing. You don't know who they are. See, there definitely needs to be some changes going on in this situation right here. Like I said earlier on in the commentary, this is worse than redlining, and it's not worth it. When you figure in mortgage payment, property tax and HOA dues, you got to be a multimillionaire to live like this. It's just not worth it. As far as I'm concerned, You should starve HOAs out by not moving into these kind of communities. You see what I mean? It's really not worth. I don't care nothing about this kind of stuff right here. Hell, neighborhood code enforcement is shit, worse as it is. Now, why would you want to move around, a bunch of folks like this? You know what I mean? When you got mysterious HOA members, using illegal tactics legally to extort you out of your money. Because that's all it keeps boiling back down to. This is not reasonable. It's really not. $700 here, $1,600 there. Even if you got the fees waived like the Brown Williams did, you still gotta pay lawyer fees, court costs and whatever. And then shit, before he can get home good and go to the mailbox, he gets another cite. You know what I mean? About something, with his property. I mean, any damn thing. That's how criminals do it. Extortion. That's just what it is. That's all I got on this one, people. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this particular story right here. I know you know that this is not fair, but I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on it in the comment section, which more than likely, just like the HOA criminals that are hiding themselves, you probably won't even be able to comment because you get your comments erased by other, criminals hiding behind the scenes based off of just the fact that they don't want you to succeed. Just like the people here that's living in these Atlanta communities under the tyranny of HOAs. Nevertheless, try. People, please remember to live your life as though we're being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.